Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pointman Podcast, and I'm your host, John Imperial. In weekly episodes, I will be here with Phil Pelletier, who has decided to co-host this podcast with me. The last 10 years of my life has been spent inside law enforcement in the state of New Hampshire, and about 7 of those have been on the local emergency response team, which, for those of you who do not know, that is just another word for the SWAT team. And during those 7 years, as I have spent time as an entry operator, as a medic, as a sniper, and as a team leader. About 3 years ago, in 2017, I enlisted into the United States Army Reserve as a combat medic, where I still currently serve. I rate my career about a C. C minus. I have done more than some and way less than others. So for those of you who are asking why am I starting this podcast, it's twofold. One, I was on a podcast in about 2017, 2018 timeframe called The Things Police See with Steve Gould, and I had a good time. And from then, I always wanted to start my own podcast after being on his. And the second part of it is, with everything going on inside American law enforcement right now, I thought it would be a good idea to show people that we as law enforcement officers, and those in the military as well, but primarily law enforcement, show people that we have lives that are outside of the police department. We have interests and hobbies and different, second businesses that people run, which are outside of law enforcement. And I think that with the overtime rates, the detail rates, guys work 60, 70 hours a week. People think that we are just Terminator robot cops who all we do is work and don't have any interests or hobbies outside of the job. So with that, I decided to start this podcast and have different people come on the show, and for us to talk about not only law enforcement and military and our time in both organizations, but you know what? We're also talking about our favorite beers, okay? We're also talking about to the brewmasters of those favorite beer companies. I have a few interviews already scheduled to come on the show, one of which is a retired Navy SEAL, the other of which is Mistress Carrie from WAAF in Boston, whom I'm very excited to have on, and a participant in Naked and Afraid, Season 4, Episode 12. So with that, I hope you all have a good time listening to this podcast. I hope you all take something from it. And for Phil, I'm John. Have a good one.